Ladies and gentlemen, dear conference attendees, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to our conference, Community Music in Theory and Practice, at the Munich University of Applied Sciences.
So today begins a very special conference. It is special because it was born out of the ideas and collaborative work of a very special group of people, the Munich Community Music Action Research Group. In my presentation today, I will talk about...
The Munich Community Music Action Research Group had the idea of organizing a community music conference in Munich. And we started with the idea of providing local practitioners and researchers with a space to think about and research and reflect on community music in Munich. We then very quickly decided to organize an international conference to connect people in this field. So we wanted to bring people who work and research in this field together. And in Germany we have the situation that we have different categories. We have music education, we have music and social work, we have music as part of higher or orchestras, music education work. And they all work, we've got ethnomusicology, but they all work in very separate areas of research and practice. And the point of organizing this conference was to bring the people who have intersections with community music together in one space.
So now, thank you all very much for coming and enjoy the wonderful Express Brass Band led by Wolfie, another member of the group. Have a beer and enjoy.
We had presenters from 13 different countries, many presenters from very traditional academic backgrounds, so professors or researchers, but also we had a lot of practitioners. Teachers, the conference was also recognized as an official teacher training course, so we had quite a few teachers. People from a policy background, arts administration background, music education, a lot of music education people, social workers, musicians, a wide range of people. 47 presentations focusing on different aspects of community music. So for example, community music and training and community music in higher education, in connection with music therapy, perspectives from different cultural contexts, and also one panel which focused on local community music practice and what we can do in the future in terms of developing community music in Munich.
We are the music makers. We are the dreamers of dreams, wandering by lone sea breakers and sitting by desolate streams, world losers and world forsakers on whom the pale moon gleams. Yet, we are the movers and shakers of the world forever, it seems. Thank you.
We had 3 workshops who focused on community music practice. 2 of them were led by community musicians from England and Ireland, which focused on creative songwriting, composing with groups, so one specific skill set for community musicians. And the third one was a Bavarian yodeling and dance workshop, which focused on that whole Bavarian heritage, which in the way it's taught resonates a lot with the principles of community music. So it's very accessible, there was no notation required, and people learned a part of Bavarian culture which has existed for a very long time, but in a way really resonates with the field of community music.
like to introduce Brydie-Leigh, who's come all the way from Australia to Munich.
The 3 locations that the conference took place, again, were a reflection of community music practice. So the Friday took part in a grassroots arts area in Munich where artists live and work. So this was reflective of community music practice, grassroots practice. The first day, the opening evening, was at the University of Applied Sciences as a reflection of research and academic thinking and practice. And the third day, the Saturday, took place at the Gasteig, which is the home of the Munich Philharmonic Orchestra, so a place of high art, but also a big cultural centre with a library and other institutions being based there. So that was again a reflection of community music's, where community music can take place, and the bridge between theory and practice. I think the conference was a really successful event in terms of bringing together many people who had never heard of community music ever before, bringing them in contact with international thinking, but also really developing their understanding of their local practice. And I think because we brought together all these different people, which was a big challenge in terms of organizing it, but because we managed to do this, people have really gained an insight into a field which many of them hadn't been in touch with before. And many of them weren't aware of how much there is in this field. A lot of people I find that I meet here in Germany are working in their little pockets of their disciplines or their institutions or organizations. But I think the potential of this is to bring together people who share similar principles that underpin their practice. And I think this was a big first step in doing this for the German context.